She worked as a cleaner in a large, elegant restaurant. Her name was Mary. Every night, she would quietly ask for leftover food. No one knew where she went after work. But one evening, her wealthy boss, Mr. Henry, secretly followed her, and what he discovered brought tears to his eyes. Who really was this quiet, poor woman? What was the real story behind her silent pain? Sit back and discover the truth as we journey through this powerful tale. In the bustling heart of the city stood a stunning restaurant known as the Grand Oak. The building sparkled like glass under the city lights. Each day, expensive cars pulled up in front. Inside, wealthy men and women sat in plush chairs and ordered lavish meals. The owner of this grand establishment was Mr. Henry Walker, often called Mr. Henry by staff and friends. He was incredibly wealthy, always dressed in crisp suits and polished shoes that reflected the lights like mirrors. Each morning when he entered the restaurant, the staff would rise and greet him. "Good morning, sir." Mr. Henry would nod politely and reply, "Carry on." He was a quiet observer, not one for many words. Mr. Henry drove a sleek, black SUV that gleamed like it just left the showroom. He employed over 50 staff members, chefs, waiters, and cleaners. But behind the shimmer of gold and luxury, something unexpected was about to unfold. One quiet night in the city, the restaurant had closed for the day. The lights inside dimmed. Most of the staff had gone home. Mr. Henry stepped out of his office, loosening his tie and sighing deeply after a long day. He pressed his car key. The SUV beeped in response. But then something caught his eye. A woman stood not far from his car. It was Mary, still in her brown and gold restaurant uniform. Her posture was still, her head bowed. Mr. Henry paused, squinting in confusion. "Who's that?" he muttered to himself. Only a few cleaners were left. Mary remained motionless, almost as if waiting. Curious, Mr. Henry approached her. The night air felt heavier with every step. "You're with the cleaning team, right?" he asked gently. "Yes, sir," Mary responded softly, not lifting her head. "My name is Mary Thompson." Her voice was trembling. Her hands were tightly clasped together. "So, why are you standing by my car?" Mr. Henry asked, brows furrowed. Mary bit her lip, hesitated, then quietly said, "Please, sir. I want to ask for a favor." Mr. Henry's mind wandered. Was she about to ask for money? A job complaint? Mary glanced up, then quickly looked back down. "Can I take some leftover food home?" she asked. He blinked. "Just leftover food?" "Yes, sir. If there's any." There was a long silence. A silence that pressed against Mr. Henry's chest. He studied her, worn shoes, tired face, quiet voice. Finally he nodded. "Okay." "Thank you, sir," Mary whispered, then quickly walked back into the kitchen. Mr. Henry didn't move. He just stood there, heart strangely stirred. He got into his car, but didn't start the engine. He sat thinking. Why ask only for leftover food? Not money or a raise. Her soft voice, her eyes, they spoke of something deeper. He checked the time. It was nearly 10 p.m. Still he waited. About 10 minutes later, the kitchen door opened again. Mary stepped out, holding 2 nylon bags. They weren't heavy. She held them close and walked quickly away. Mr. Henry slowly lowered in his seat. He waited till she was further down the road, then quietly started his car, lights off. He followed her at a safe distance, close enough to keep her in view, but far enough not to alert her. Mary moved fast through the dark streets, finally boarding a small yellow bus. Mr. Henry followed without hesitation. The journey was long and rough. The roads deteriorated, the streetlights grew fewer, and the city's beauty faded into shadows. Finally, the bus stopped. Mary stepped down, still clutching her bags. She didn't look around, just walked into a narrow dirt road. Mr. Henry stopped his car far behind, and stepped out quietly. The area was dark, quiet, almost lifeless. There were no shops, no streetlights, no cars. Just broken houses. Mary approached one of them. The walls were cracked, the windows shattered. It barely looked livable. "This is her house," Mr. Henry whispered in disbelief. He stayed hidden in the shadows, unable to process the reality. Suddenly, the old wooden door creaked open. 2 little girls ran barefoot into Mary's arms. "Mommy!" the older girl Lily shouted. You're back. The younger one, Maggie, chimed in. Mommy, we missed you. Mary dropped the nylon bags and hugged Lily and Maggie tightly. Her face lit up, but her eyes were tired. I brought something for you, she whispered. From the dark, Mr. Henry saw everything. His heart raced. She has children, he gasped. Mary led Lily and Maggie inside. Through the broken window, Mr. Henry watched. She placed the children gently on a mat and opened the bags. One portion of rice and a single piece of chicken. She divided it between two small plates. The girls devoured the food happily. Their eyes sparkled. But Mary didn't eat. She just sat, smiling, watching Lily and Maggie. Mr. Henry's chest tightened. She had only brought food for her daughters. She hadn't eaten a single bite. He turned away from the window, tears filling his eyes. She had given everything to her kids. His polished shoes didn't make him feel rich anymore, only empty. He returned to his car, sat down quietly. The street was silent. He whispered, I must do something. Then he drove off, looking at the house one last time in the mirror. That night, Mr. Henry couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, haunted by the image of Mary and her daughters. The next morning, Mary woke early. She gently woke Lily and Maggie, bathed them, dressed them in tiny school uniforms, and packed their books and water bottles. She reheated the last bit of rice from the night before. The girls ate quietly. Mary watched them with tired eyes but a gentle smile. Then they walked together to a rundown community school. It had no gate and broken walls, but Lily and Maggie smiled as they entered. Mary hugged them tightly. Be good, she said. Then she walked away to work. At the restaurant, Mary changed into her uniform and joined the cleaning team. She worked quickly, efficiently, and quietly, just like always. In his office, Mr. Henry sat staring out the window, lost in thought. He called the HR manager, Mrs. Edith, into his office. We need to do better, Mr. Henry said firmly. Raise the salaries. Make sure none of our workers go home hungry. Yes, sir. Edith replied immediately. Later, as Mary was cleaning, the head cook, Mrs. Helen, approached her. The boss wants to see you. Mary's heart raced. Had she done something wrong? She walked nervously to the office and knocked. Come in, Mr. Henry said warmly. Mary stepped inside. Good morning, sir. Sit down, Mary. She sat, trembling slightly. I followed you one night, Mr. Henry said softly. Mary gasped. You followed me? I saw where you live. I saw your daughters, Lily and Maggie. Tears welled up in Mary's eyes. I didn't mean to do anything wrong, she said shakily. I just wanted to feed my children. You did nothing wrong, Mr. Henry said, his voice full of emotion. You're a good mother, a hard worker, and I want to help you. The next day, Mr. Henry handed her a paper. You've been promoted, personal assistant to the CEO. Mary's mouth fell open. Sir, that's not all, he added, handing her an envelope. I've bought a small apartment for you and your girls. It's clean, safe, and has everything you need. Mary fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. Thank you, sir, thank you so much. Mr. Henry smiled, opened his drawer, and handed her another envelope. Use this for a nice dinner tonight. That evening, the tiny house smelled like joy. Mary was cooking real rice with chicken. Lily and Maggie stared at the pot in wonder. Mommy, there's a lot of chicken. Maggie exclaimed. Yes, my love. Today we eat well, Mary smiled. They ate happily, laughing and chatting. Mary sat nearby, just smiling, soaking in the moment. The next morning, a black car stopped outside their home. The driver, Mr. Frank, stepped out. Mr. Henry sent me, he said. I'm here to take you to your new home. Mary stared, stunned. She turned to Lily and Maggie. Get your things. We're moving. The car ride was silent, but their hearts roared with happiness. The new house was beautiful, freshly painted, clean windows, soft beds. Lily and Maggie ran inside with delight. Look, a kitchen, beds, our own room, they cheered. Mary stood in the living room and whispered, Thank you, God. Later that day, her phone rang. It was Mr. Henry. Mary, he said, take the day off. Enjoy your new home. Cook something sweet. Sit with your daughters. Today is for you. Mary placed her hand on her heart. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. She walked to the kitchen, pulled out rice and vegetables. As she cooked, Lily and Maggie danced around her. Mommy, what are you making? Our first meal in this house, she said. She took their hands and said softly, let's thank God. And they did, together, as a family born of strength, faith, and a kindness that changed everything.